Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my Mass Effect Andromeda playthrough. This is part 5, guys. In the previous episode, we were granted our own ship. So we're still apparently trying to witness or investigate all sorts of little bits, but now we've got a bit more time, guys, at the end of this episode. We're going to go and speak to the crew, so here is Callow.
Glad you stopped by. You'll pardon me if I keep an eye on our vector?
That's probably smart.
Nothing like being on the bridge of your very own ship, is there?
I love this part of the game. Crew conversations are my favourite. It's probably one of the saddest things, but I love them.
Back home, I often did. Of course, it took a whole team to build the Tempest. I was the only one to come to Helios, though.
Why did you?
What can I say? We poured our hearts into a ship that wouldn't realize her potential until Andromeda. I could have stood on the shore and waved goodbye, or took the leap to see how it all turned out.
Oh, sorry.
I get it. Like leaving a good story half finished.
The team liked that one of us was going. It felt right after all we went through. I remember Serena debugging line 2281 over and over, chewing that green pencil. Tion and O'Connell arguing equations, tapping on the console, 3 drips of coffee on the corner.
You remember all that?
Oh, yes. Solarians have photographic memories, and apparently mine's unusually sharp. Like my past is still happening. Though I suppose with the Solarian arc missing, you might not get many chances to compare.
Switch to creator mode. Ah, that's that's much better. Right, okay, this is pretty cool. Sorry, guys, forgive me. Let's go anywhere in the Solarian. Sorry, 1 second.
The arc back in the Nexus?
Not a peep. Isn't that strange? You'd think there'd be something. Not that I dislike your company,
Have I got
but it's lonely without other Solarians.
stream manager? There we go. We go there, my channel. Oh, that's well cool. Sorry, guys, forgive me. I'm just loving this at the moment. There's the new streamer creator thing. Here you go. Edit stream info. Update. Oh, that's so much easier. There's Tan.
Cheer up, Callow. We'll always have Director Tan.
That's not a bureaucrat? All the more reason for the others. I should get back to it, but thank you. I was afraid the Tempest would be mothballed after we lost your father. We built her for this. She deserves to be in a Pathfinder's hands. Please, come by.
Amen to that. So I'll speak to him again.
If you helped to build the Tempest, you must know plenty about her.
Just about everything, by memory. It was quite the effort to get her working. The initiative needs
Just some crew conversations get started, then we're going to go land on... Actually, I may go back to the Nexus, actually.
Rather tricky to acquire.
Because we have got a couple of things to do.
By legally and above board, of course. Yes. Sadly, the other Pathfinders were lost when the Scourge hit the Nexus. The Tempest is truly unique.
Tell me something else about the ship.
Her engine's based on the Ark's Odyssey drive, which got us through dark space. The core takes the static electricity it generates and stores it in capacitors. We basically make our own power supply. It took Serena
Awesome.
and Tion weeks to get it working on a smaller ship. And a few electrical shocks.
Tell me something else about the ship.
Our aerospace engineer was Tianada Vasmore, a Quarian fellow, and absolutely fearless. Once, some Omega scrap dealer pulled the...
Disconnected from chat. Why am I disconnected from chat?
Tion found a workaround.
What did he do?
He glued a memory foam to his environmental suit, then, during the negotiations, leaned against the drive core he wanted, very casual. It made a perfect mold of the components, and the scrap dealer was none the wiser.
Hey, we're back in the chat, lovely gentlemen. Who's here today? It's Dave Hunt. Dave, how you doing, buddy? Been a while. Hope you're having a lovely evening, mate. Just doing some Mass Effect Andromeda.
The glass on board? It's actually a clear oxide and nanofiber compound. It bends rather than shattering.
How tough is
Jesus.
it? We're only an arm's length away from a hard vacuum.
Our testing involved 3 drunk Krogan with sledgehammers and a C-Sec battering ram. It's sturdy.
Tell me something else about the ship.
O'Connell, our systems designer, was running a power distribution model, how power moves through the ship. But he forgot to lock his terminal, and we, added a few embellishments. For 2 days, poor O'Connell was convinced that turning on all the bathroom lights would overload the engine core.
Tell me something else about the ship.
I'm all out of stories for now. Sorry. You'll have to make some.
Ah. Nice. Why does it keep saying I'm disconnected from chat? That's really annoying. Right, come on. Don't disconnect me.
You know, I haven't actually met many Solarians.
Careful. Depending who you ask. We're conniving spies, genius researchers, or meddling scientists. We have to pack a lot of living into 40-odd years. Everything gets accelerated. Lines blur. I just hope we don't repeat our old mistakes out here.
There we go.
I'll let you concentrate.
You know where I'll be.
Amen to that. Right, there's Suvi.
Ah, Pathfinder. It's so wonderful to meet you. I'm Dr. Suvi Anwar, assigned to act as liaison between your crew and the Nexus science team.
What do you mean, liaison? Are you gonna tell on me?
Of course not. Not interested in politics.
Yeah, I've just done it, Bish. It's pretty good update. It's much easier to navigate.
Scans. I've even had some hands-on experience.
I know, Bish. How you doing, buddy? Welcome in.
If you want, I'll send you my analysis on the native bacteria and microfauna. 60 pages.
That's a lot of pages about dirt.
Oh, you don't have to be kind. I know it's barely more than a summary. Anyway,
Well.
I've waited months to get out there to see Helios. It's why I joined the initiative. The Milky Way was just a corner of a vast universe. A corner.
Hey,
of a
nice, man.
corner. We're
It's my first of 3 streams, so.
Corner. It's incredible.
I guarded a mass relay for some time. I always wanted to see the other side.
I totally know what you mean.
So will you be joining us on missions?
Oh, that's funny. Me, out there, with the guns and the danger and everything.
I'm good with guns and danger. I could teach you, and make sure you're okay out there.
I appreciate the offer, but I'm happy where I am. Tinkering in labs.
Denied.
In case you offered hoping to get to know me better, that's not gonna work. I mean, I prefer to keep things professional.
I understand completely.
Anyway, I've just received some instructions from the science team. Later then.
Burp. Well, come back to speak to you now, see what we've got to say.
I take it you work closely with the Nexus science team?
I tried to keep in
I
contact.
said every time I can hit someone up, I'd do it.
Anything and everything we discover out here. After all, many
Including Gil, which is going to be hilarious.
and Dr. Aridana is worth 2 or 3 at least. I work best when I have other people to bounce ideas off of.
Okay.
I'm so fuzzy about how we managed to see Andromeda all the way from home.
It confused me too.
Touche.
The light lag would have made any data 2 million years out of date. So I asked Dr. Aridana, and she told me, well, it wasn't her tech that did it. It was the Geth.
What?
You're kidding. Those killer robots we had in the Milky Way?
Those exact ones. The initiative obtained data from an array in deep space. A Geth construct. According to Aridana, the Geth rebuilt a mass relay and turned the
Ah.
into an
Does that have anything to do with the next Mass Effect then?
What now?
It operated like a telescope, just faster than light. It provided much more up-to-date info. We don't know why the Geth were interested in observing beyond the galaxy, though. Maybe we'll never know.
Did my dad know about this? Why didn't he tell me?
It's possible he didn't know. The Geth are isolationist and hostile. Using the info,
Very true.
even obtaining it in the first place, probably crossed a lot of boundaries.
Just a bit.
How long
Experience in
has it been
Helios.
waiting for Helios?
Not as long as some missed the entire mess of the uprising, thank heaven. I was defrosted to replace an exiled member of the team. Not that there was much science to do for the longest time.
So what did you do?
Helped wherever I could. Made plans for science we would eventually do. Spent some
Okay.
time on an investigation, figuring out how long the food would last if the worst happened. Who's essential, who's not, who gets what. I don't want to do that again.
I'm so
Yeah, don't
sorry.
blame you.
I can't believe you had to do that.
With no arcs, no pathfinders, we had to plan for the worst.
What do you know about the Scourge?
We established that it's artificial. Someone put it there. or they did something that caused its creation. We don't know why. That's a mystery.
I should get back to things.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So, don't hit on her then. What the? Ah. My paper. Okay. So it's quarantined. What's in here? Nothing in that room. How about this one? Oh, what's this? Loadout station. Right, then here we go. Only one of them. Predator. We'll go for the Predator. Probably because it's got... Whoa! Oh, that's a foot now. We'll go for this one. Mods on there. What we got for pistol mods? Pistol barrel, pistol scope. There we go. Scope on the pistol, just what you want. Do I want this one or that one? Much less ammo. Go for that one. Let me go for some mods. Scope. There we go. Confirm the loadout. Right, okay. Interesting. Let's go here. That's the weapons loadout sorted. Let's go and chat to everyone else, I guess. Ooh-wee. 5 views, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Welcome in. What's in here? I'll speak to Sam at the end on the way back up. Nothing in here. What about here? Before Christmas, hopefully. Let's go for a shit.
Most of the crew bunks in here. Cozy, huh?
Oh.
But your room's got more of a view.
Oh boy, some of this is hilarious. I forgot we were taking turns and half the rations aren't unpacked yet. Comments. Got you covered, Carlo, says Vetra. And I think we might have left port without you. Oh, dearie me. Anybody want to help me with a couch? Paying you back in beer. This is my guy. Okay. Liam looking to take a picture of his belly. Oh, what's this? Lexi. Hello.
Do give it away? Habitat 7 was a little more action-packed than Harry bargained for. He decided to spend his retirement years on the Hyperion looking after your sister.
You know Sarah's the good
Nice.
I think you're both trouble. Hold still.
one. Ow.
Sorry.
I remember you having a gentler touch.
Still trying to get my bearings. Thought I'd be waking up colonists, not taking care of the Pathfinder.
I couldn't be in better hands.
I just stabbed you.
We all have off days.
I always wanted to work in the field, but everything's happening so quickly.
Focus on the positive. It helps.
I guess this is my opportunity to study alien species firsthand. Getting a Ket specimen aboard the Hyperion would be difficult, but here,
What?
a
Well,
Ket corpse. For autopsy, a live subject would be better, but I'm not greedy.
Why do you care about the cat?
Harry didn't tell you? I'm a specialist in alien anatomy. My thesis on Krogan virility and aggression is what got me in the initiative.
I had no idea. I'd love to hear more. Over dinner, maybe?
Oh, thing is, Ryder, you're not my type.
What's your type?
Oh.
Not a patient. I need to be able to look at you clinically without distractions.
Am I distracting?
Not nearly as much as you think you are. But we would discuss the cat. An autopsy could teach us potential weaknesses, average lifespan.
Right.
Just something to think about. Sam, make sure the Pathfinder eats his vegetables.
Yeah, that was a bit awkward. I've already read that data pod. Don't need the respec station. Oh, bless me. Sorry, guys. Facial reconstruction. What? No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Yep, we don't need to do that. I'm not going to turn myself into an absolute ginger mongo with a ginger afro. We're not going to go down that route. Again. Fucking nose. Typical fucking Saturday. Nose has started running again. So yeah, guys, what we're going to be doing here, going back to the Nexus quickly, because I want to complete all the side quests this time. So we've got a couple of things to do there. We're going to land on Eos. Maybe not the most exciting job in the world. Hey, Lexi.
I need to talk to you about something private.
Of course. That's what I'm here for.
When Dad died, he blocked off parts of Sam's memory, things he didn't want me to see.
Or he
Okay.
thought you weren't ready for.
Maybe.
Hmm.
I found this trigger. It unlocked a memory fragment of Dad on the Citadel, from when the Alliance rejected his ideas about AI, and he found out Mom's illness was terminal.
Why do you think your father chose this specific memory?
Who knows? Dad's always been one for secrets.
But he's sharing them with you now. That's something.
How long have you and Harry been friends?
I remember when he didn't complain about arthritis. We met at a medical convention on the Citadel. He was moderating a panel on neurosurgery in low-gravity environments. His name card was crooked, but he was so damn confident, I knew we'd be friends.
So how
Join
did
the
a
Hyperion.
sorry doctor end up on the human ark?
I already know this answer.
Anatomy, remember?
Yep.
That includes humans. Also, Harry insisted. Maybe he always intended to switch jobs.
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
So we failed with Lexi. God, this is 0 for 2, guys. This is really not working. Holy moly. What's down here?
Hey, I'm in storage if you need me.
I'm guessing storage is there. We're not trying it, William. No.
Pathfinder, help me with something? I know, not exactly standard. Gotta make the space comfortable. Plus, the fabric diffuses the charge from an overclocked Omni blade. Not giving up a 6% boost, right?
Right. What?
Never mind. Yes for the requisition. So, finally time for that beer? And after 2 dozen suspensions, I took a lateral promotion out of the force. Being a cop just didn't fit. But crisis response? Digging people out of trouble? That worked. I bet Hustle followed you into a few peace actions. Think about your Alliance days much?
Tell me about your group.
Heavy Urban Search Terrain 1. Earth's contribution to a multi-species disaster response unit.
Interesting.
HUST-1, but Hustle looks much better on the patch. All
Yeah.
civilians, retired vets, or shits like me. I was fierce. Tastes better just thinking about those days.
I wanted adventure and mystery at the edge of known space. There was so much to see. Seems like a long time ago.
Ooh.
600 years, give or take.
Fuck hell, 2 police vans at the road.
Pathfinder. Why Andromeda?
That blunt, huh?
That blunt.
I hoped my Alliance
Ah,
career
man.
would lead to adventure, exploring, hunting dangers in the dark. Didn't happen. Couldn't. But here, Everything's new, and I want to see it all.
I don't
Hey,
find
man.
the list a lot. Everyone's cynical.
Back at you, Costa. Why'd you come?
I want to say I'm running from my past, but really running from myself. That'd be a great story. But it's bullshit. I had family, friends, a good enough job, nothing was wrong. I just heard about the initiative and I believed in it. I believed in a new beginning. Still do. I have to. We're in it.
If it all goes wrong, it could feel like we left for no reason.
I know why I'm here. A bad start can't change that. I won't let it. In crisis response,
Hey, man.
I focus on essentials. That's
This is why I like Liam. He's a class character.
Finder leads to planets, leads to people. You've got your part covered. You've got this. I'll do my damnedest to help with the rest.
Belting character, Liam. So much criticism on this game.
Talk to me.
We barely covered how you joined. Tell me something about yourself.
Alright, I was a bad student, piss poor cop, great responder. Had a good life, but it'd all been done. I wasn't looking to start over. I wanted to start big.
You were a cop, then crisis response? Couldn't have been long in either.
Didn't have the patience for law, so I figured enforcement. Dad knew it didn't fit before I did, but it got me into hustle. They mostly take vets and retired service. Best years of my life.
And impatient, frustrated by procedure? That's overdone.
I know, right? I wanted new, and I got it. And that led me here.
Tell me
Touche.
about your family.
I miss the hell out of them. Some nights you just cry, right? That's the thing everyone does. Mom Joelle, Dad Calvin, both lawyers. Met on the Citadel, settled on Earth. No brothers.
Oh,
or
fair play.
sisters. That might have been too much to leave. It was traditional. How about you?
Life with my family was not typical on a number of fronts.
You may do though, right? Family has to. I know mine did. I said goodbye to my mom and dad and got on a ship to Andromeda.
We'll talk later.
I know it.
Some voice acting isn't perfect, but then it's a video game. You don't expect perfection. If you do, you're an idiot. I believe you meet Sid.
Hey, Pathfinder.
The Pathfinder's there? Say hi.
Fine.
Oh, God.
Embarrass me. Ryder, this is Sid, my sister. Sid, Ryder.
Let me guess. Little sister?
Who are you calling little?
Look, kiddo, gotta go.
Wait, Ryder, I just wanted to know if...
So I know it feels like I just jumped aboard your ship without explanation.
I would have done the same just to get off the Nexus.
That's not
Amen to
my
that.
game. Sure, I want to explore the galaxy, but I'm really here to work. I know everyone on
Oh.
the crew, even the actuators Gil prefers for the ship. Better, I know how to get my hands on them. With me around, your crew's going to be at their best. We've been failing for months, Ryder. Now that we have you, we have a chance out here.
Wow.
Bless me.
Focus.
Yeah? Was it too much? Some people get intimidated.
We
On
need
the
that sort of
flat.
drive. I just hope I can keep up.
You'll keep up. And I promise I won't tell if you don't. I
Oh,
should track down a lead for Gil's actuators. Back channels, you know. We'll chat later?
we will chat now because I am going to speak to you, I believe. Get some other info.
What can I do for you, Pathfinder?
You talked about your back channels. What did you get?
We brought a lot from home. Some of it marked initiative, some of it in personal caches. Most things you
Interesting.
want, someone's got. You just have to figure out who and what they're willing to take in exchange.
That just sounds like you're taking advantage of people.
Is it? Give people what they want, and they do want, or they wouldn't pay.
How did you hear
Amen to that.
about an initiative?
Short answer, Cash. She was looking for some experimental ship mods, and I knew how to track them down. I thought it was a one-time deal, but she came back. Once, twice. Eventually, I figured out something was going on, something big with creds behind it. I asked and she told me about the initiative. New galaxy, new home. Couldn't pass that up.
You were on the Nexus when the revolt happened?
When you promise people golden worlds and all they get are wastelands and a death cloud, they riot. Some wanted to go home,
Pretty much
some
that.
demanded answers, and a couple just wanted to stir shit up.
And you?
Some days I wondered if the exiles had a point. Maybe we were conned into coming here. But why would the initiative go to all this trouble just to screw us over? Thing about conning people, you always know something they don't. And that's why the con works. And if I'm going to pick a side, I'm picking the liars.
You're pretty familiar with the ship.
I made sure the technicians had what they needed to keep the Tempest ready and waiting. Leadership wanted to strip her for parts, but I kept saying, a Pathfinder's gonna show up. I like being right.
You probably
Cool.
have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
Okay, so who is around here then? We've spoken to Liam. Take the lift up now, just outside. And then we'll be going to speak to Gil, I believe. You do get game over if that lift lands on your head. It's highly amusing. Done it multiple times. Did it on my last series, actually. A lot of effing and blinding later.
Pathfinder, making the rounds. Slumming it, huh? Want to see how the riffraff are making out?
Hey, dirty job. Are you the riffraff spokesman?
King, actually. You might want to bow. Otherwise, things might start falling off the Tempest at the most inopportune times.
I'll take it. Just want to see how things are going with the ship.
I can coax more out of this baby than some might think, but we shouldn't go too far or push too hard between Nexus stops. For now. It just feels good to be stretching our wings, you know? Locked in idle too long, you start to drift. People, same as ships. Stuck on the Nexus, gotta say, I was regretting joining the initiative.
Seems like life back there was pretty bleak.
Not gonna lie, it sucked. I tend to live the way I work. Kind of feel it, do it. Not a lot of close ties. No real sense of purpose. Figured maybe I'd find my true calling in Andromeda. Then I got here and, oops, I just made a decision there's no turning back from. I was going nuts on that station. You can't know how jazzed I was when you showed up.
We're exploring this cluster. Eventually the galaxy. If your purpose is here, we'll find it.
Then the question will be, what will I do with it? In the meantime, you just keep pointing this ship wherever you want it to go, and I'll make sure she can get there. Deal?
Deal.
Long time no chat. What's up?
I hear we have you to thank for getting the Tempest space ready so quickly.
Vetra brings her impossible feats to me. I was itching to get this particular call. Capital R ready. Don't tell her, but the truth is, I fudge reports to come in early, then bust asses to make up for it. Expands the guild legend. Plus, I convey calm and assurance, and the whole team relaxes, which helps them do their jobs better.
Amen to that.
What's your social circle like?
Cutting corners.
So I know
The human
people,
way.
but I don't let too many in. My one true friend is stationed on the Nexus. She's the only piece of the Milky Way I brought with me. The more you and I get to know each other, the more you'll probably hear about her.
How tough has it been on the Nexus all these months?
Have you ever eaten overcooked space cow tongue?
Hasn't everyone?
Well, then you know. It's super tough. Wondering if you're gonna die from a critical malfunction? Or maybe starvation? Imagining which would be worse? But hey, you could always take a break from the fear and boredom to dwell on being a part of the biggest failure in galactic history. Maybe even
I like this
participate
guy.
in a revolt.
What was your take on that?
I didn't place any bets, if that's what you're asking. Truth is, I don't think anyone made out particularly well. Whatever side you're on, you die a little when your brother, your teammate, becomes an enemy. We traveled all this way, all hope and wonder, and we end up fighting with each other over scraps. It's sad.
Seems like we have a good group here.
Well, Vetra and Suvi are my girls. Get along well, lots of mutual respect. As far as your Hyperion peeps go, Doc's kinda nosy. Liam's good for a laugh or two. Cora, she's a bit by the book for me.
Need somebody to keep the zoo in check.
Zoo? you calling me an animal rider? Ooh, can I be a mongoose? They're like cool cobra killers. No, wait. How about a crow? Smart, irreverent, obnoxious. That's it.
I'll take your word for it. What about Callow?
He's a pilot.
Which means...
He flies the ship.
We're leaving it at that then?
Or...
Does a Pathfinder know what to do with a dead end?
Good talking.
Anytime.
Oh, hello. I sense issues. Cora is just up here, I believe. Up here to the left.
Hey, can you drop by the biolab?
Which is here.
Nice place you found.
Clean air, plants, helps me think.
Something on your mind?
Maybe.
What the hell was that?
I know that look. It's just my biotics reacting to all this. I don't normally lose it like that. A huntress should have better control.
Huntress?
Another term for an Asari commando. I was one before the initiative. Some things
Bloody
stick,
hell.
though. Like losing the old man.
How does a human soldier get to serve with Asari?
Prove your biotics can rip an APC apart, and people get nervous. Funny that. The Alliance found the cross-species military initiative in a hurry. Sent me to Thessia to serve with the Huntress unit. One of the few places where my powers were welcomed. Your father made another one.
You were his second in command. Were you friends, too?
He was more a mentor than a friend. Prickly old bastard. But I respected that. People treat geniuses like they're made of cut glass. I didn't care how smart he was. I think he liked someone not caring.
There's a lot of loss going around. Dad, the Golden Worlds.
A friend and mentor who trained you to be a Pathfinder. I said I wouldn't get in the way, and I meant it. But I prepped for years as your father's second. Then he chooses you? An untrained Pathfinder and all this mess to fix? What the hell was he thinking?
Is this going to be a problem, Cora?
I don't want a rival. Just answers. It's done. Best I can do now is be your second. Keep your father's mission alive. Then maybe we'll all get what we came out here for.
You, me, side by side? I like the sound of that.
Don't be charming when I'm mad at you.
Are you? You're not glowing. Blushing, maybe.
Look, there's still the mission. A lot of dreams to fulfill.
So what brought you out to Andromeda?
Biotics like this. Thinking like an Asari huntress. I never had a place. Best I could be was a useful freak. The initiative was meant to be different. Will be different if this mission succeeds. So I'm seeing it through. It's quiet in here. I can keep the plants watered while I work. First job, see if there's any news on the Asari Ark. If they made it, we could use some Asari expertise. If you want to talk,
Amen.
I'll be here.
Cool. Good stuff. I will speak again.
Ryder?
What did you do while you were part of the Asari military?
4 years in a commando unit called Talane's Daughters. Part of the Council's cross-species military integration initiative. You probably had a more exciting time defending that Arcturus relay. But we did good work. Peacekeeping is a full-time job, even in Asari space.
What was your commando unit like?
Janae and I were the youngsters. Tethys was our old lady sniper. Kalia patched us up, and Valenza prayed between firefights. Our CO, Nasira, led us all over the Athena Nebula and beyond.
Bloody hell.
Huntress's work is never done.
Every civilization needs its defenders.
And the defenders usually match their civilization. Like Asari huntresses being adaptable as hell. Makes you wonder what our militia will look like in 100 years.
You were in...
I can't wait for this game to kick in proper.
What made you join up?
My biotics. I was still living on my parents' cargo freighter when they manifested.
Untrained biotic power on a starship means accidents, but we couldn't afford a tutor. The Alliance had implants, the training, everything. Old history now. Your turn. Remind me why you came to Andromeda.
I spent years watching pioneers go through the Arcturus mass relays. Off to glory, while I stayed behind. Then Dad's career collapsed. His AI research made him too toxic.
I heard. Must have changed everything for your family.
We needed to start over somewhere new together. Or as together as we could. So, Andromeda.
None of you writers ever think small, do you?
Did you come out here with anyone? Maybe someone you served with?
I had my fun on shore leave. Nothing serious, though.
Oh, go Cora.
Figure things out. But I was there for soldiering, not romance.
You're not technically military anymore.
Can't get anything past you, can I?
After 4 years of sorry commandos, you must have some great war stories.
Nasira assassinated a Krogan warlord with
What?
a pack of playing cards once.
A pack of cards?
Choking hazard, apparently.
Wow. Any more commando war stories?
Always liked Janae. She was only 200, and with me around, she wasn't the kid anymore. She was a bionic prodigy. I once saw her yank an AA gun right off its housing. Crushed a gang of slavers with it.
Fucking hell.
I didn't feel it for long. Janae was a good friend. Maybe she still is back there. Won't be a kid.
Ah.
Any more commando war stories?
So many different possible Andromeda.
Try to remember a good
Ah.
one.
See you later, Cora.
Right, so.
Be here.
Go and do some strike teams. Nice. Nice. Fuck's sake. Balls in. Right, you. 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 And you. That'll be done by tomorrow's stream, which is good. Down the ladder. Let's have a little word in Sam. Then back to the Nexus quick, do the side missions, and then get cracking with the story. Anything on the emails, maybe? Wardrobe, I'll have a look at that after. Let's get some old music on. Ah, email. Reminder from Cora. Proud to be here, says Liam. You're the boss, says Veteran. Oh, Lexi says... Okay, interesting. We're going to put that on there. Speak to Sam.
It's interesting to be renewed.
How do you mean?
Since my creation, I have been Alec Ryder's Sam. Now, I am your Sam. I am still myself, but now the effort and experiences I have are completely new. I will develop in a new direction. The term reincarnation seems appropriate.
Are you okay with changing who you're becoming?
I cannot know until I see the result. I look forward to a
Good point.
partnership.
Sam, any more information on the memory trigger we found?
The memory blocks are still in place. If you continue searching for more triggers, they may unlock.
Okay.
Are you still on the Hyperion?
Yes, this terminal provides a direct link to my servers in SAM-node on the Ark. I can maintain
Pretty epic technology, to be fair.
By quantum entanglement communication.
What a what?
Let's say hypothetically I was out sick the day they taught quantum embezzlement communism.
Via entangled subatomic particles, it's possible to conduct secure and instantaneous communication across great distances. It ensures I remain in touch with you and the Pathfinder team.
Quantum communism.
What was Dad's take on me and Sarah?
He believed your family trials brought you closer together, and hoped that would endure. It appears that hope was well-founded.
Touché.
Is it confusing to be in multiple places, talking to different people?
My awareness can be partitioned, so I can give you the same attention as, say, a SAM node technician. In the field, you are my primary focus, and all other requests are queued. In the vernacular, you have my undivided attention.
Yeah, basically that's what it means. Oh no.
We're going to work together. You might notice I like to joke around sometimes. Lighten things up. How's your sense of humor, Sam?
Alec Ryder encouraged me to develop this skill.
Humor's not a skill, it's... Okay, try telling me a joke.
A neutron enters a bar and asks, "How much is a drink?" The bartender
Oh
replies,
dear.
"For you, no charge."
I can see why Dad told you to keep working on your humor. How are those jokes coming, Sam?
Why don't Thresher Moors eat comedians? Because they
What?
taste funny.
How are those jokes coming, Sam?
My algorithms are formulating a new one, calculating the trajectory of the punchline. That was not a joke.
Oh. Thanks, Sam.
Brup. Got an email. Right, okay, so we're going to go into quest quickly. I believe there's some that I'm doing for the Nexus. We're going to go to Tempest. Oh, to the Nexus, sorry, I forget I'm on the Tempest. So I'm going to board the Nexus really quickly so I can snag... to the galaxy map for the...
Orientation, have we?
It's all been so hectic, but I'm sure things will quiet down soon. Can't be worse than the Nexus.
Yep, we're going to go just disembark while we're here. Get the side quest dealt with. Dude. Loving the artificial lighting, that's pretty cool.
Pathfinder, do you have just a minute?
I certainly do.
Ryder, isn't it? Kerry, freelance. This is Hakeem, my producer. I could use your help.
What are you looking for?
Director Tans asked for an uplifting documentary on the initiative. Translation, paint rainbows over our problems.
Hey, Ryan, how's it going, buddy?
Our problems are history. People deserve the truth, not propaganda.
Oh, boy.
Nice.
Third one I'm hitting on.
So devoted to her work.
That's kind. Sometimes the camera makes people shy away from me.
That's a shame.
So that's what I need. The truth, I mean. Someone needs to record the history we're making.
Maybe a crisis is the time for hope, rather than hard truths.
That was Tan's angle. But if we pretend everything's fine, who does that truly serve? The heart
True.
of my documentary will be an interview series. I was hoping you'd take part. I want
Yeah,
the
okay.
dirt and blood of our story, not the convenient fairy tale Tan's looking for. Interested?
You don't mind treading on the initiative director's toes?
What would
Well,
you
that
do?
piss off Dan.
Something we don't have. I'm game if you are.
Okay, interview away.
Let's start at home. 14 months and the Nexus still isn't finished. Arcs are missing, we have people in exile. By any standard, this wasn't the plan. Our leadership...
They've not sorted her car out camera.
issues. Would you agree?
All expeditions have to deal with supplies, enemies, or hell, just getting lost. We'll deal with all of them. We just need time.
Tan will love that. But if that's your take, that's what goes in. Bandwidth means I'm transmitting in short bursts, so that's all for now. But you can bet I'll have more questions later. This was more fun than I expected.
Hey.
Great. I'll get to work editing. Hi there.
Okay,
Got this, got that. Still missing those.
Here we are. One young Pyjack. Ready to see Andromeda, huh? Sam, can you send a note to Kesh? Make sure our new friend gets delivered to the Tempest.
Visit the Pyjack on the Tempest. Any other quests or anything on here? I don't think there is. No, not at the moment. You'll see it comes up as an exclamation mark immediately, so... I think that's it. I'll have a trek over to, is there a lift anywhere? Yeah, up here. Not actually going to make EOS in this episode, guys. It's just going to be a... Command Center, Habitation Deck, Operations Center. It's going to probably just be crew conversations. I want to land on EOS, though. That's the plan. I want to land on EOS, and then we'll save up. So I've got about another 40 minutes of this stream. Then I've got a Football Manager coming up, and then I've got some Dynasty Warriors to finish off. Got 4 V's on my first Dynasty Warriors. Pretty epic. Let's go. Anything here? Anything here? Nope. Literally just turn around. There's nothing up there. No point speaking to anyone. We'll go to the habitation deck. Ah, let's go to the docking bay. Fuck it. Let's go and speak to the Pyjack. Literally can't go anywhere here.
Sure. Let me know what materials you need and I'll find you something.
That's a relief. Thanks for helping out. I owe you one.
Hey, Zafina.
Don't shove the crate off the... You shoved the crate off the ramp. Where do they find these people?
Keeping tabs on things back here?
Yeah, I try to watch what's going on while we're away, but it's nice to check in person.
Hey.
Your leave is for relaxation. Take some time off. Get a massage. Can Turians even get massages?
So, we get vibrations through the carapace with a hammer? Not for me. I'm fine,
Ooh.
just people watching.
Bloody hell, no sir. Fuck, this place looks like a ghost town. Jesus. There is Kerry. Go to the journal, which I believe is now Lost Brother. We've done that one. That's on hold. It's back here. Back to the Tempest. Let's go. Here we go. Right, back out of here we go. We're off ski. I need a massage, bro. Jesus. Back is fucking killing. Right, where the hell's this then? Hello?
Tied things up for the old ground team before I left. Early for so many goodbyes.
Aw, hello.
Looks like our Pyjack friend got out of his cage.
And one rider.
He'll be fine, won't he? The exercise will probably do him good.
Space monkey! Right, we're going to go and do some progress, which is go to EOS. Hello. Okay, right, here we go. That's what we got to do. Guys, we're nearly ready to roll.
Where's my data pad? Oh, how'd you get under there?
Suvi, were you talking to your notebook?
Oh, I wasn't I? I do that sometimes.
So guys, we're going to actually leave that there. I don't want to kind of do too much on this episode because I'll end up landing on EOS and the episode will be like 5 hours long. So we're going to separate and segregate this one down into this and last one. Let's go switch back to normal Twitch mode just so we can kind of have a look and see who we can raid. I love this new update, man. It's so much more simple once they kind of sort out the kind of glitches with like chat disability or not. But we'll leave that there. Right, crap, I just realised I've left that. Let's go to my channel. Leave that on there. Here we go. Always got to remember just to keep the stream open, just so we can see who the fuck to raid. Rise of Zero Dawn. Slender the Arrival. Dear, that looks kind of scary. You're going to go Raven Alternative. Okay, here we go. Raven Alternative. There you go. Boom. Right, guys, we're going to go and do some Football Manager in about 5 minutes. But as for Andromeda, that'll be back tomorrow night, just a shade after 10 PM. Thank you very much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure doing this once again, guys. Crew Conversations over. Finally, episode 6 will be getting straight in to the nitty-gritty going to EOS. Thank you for watching, guys. Much love. All the best. If you're tuning in for Football Manager, stay tuned with the Twitch channel. If not, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the YouTube. All the best. Much love. Bye for now.